When you stock your inventory in multiple places, you can configure warehouses for address information and maintain separate quantities on hand. Transactions have items allocated to a specific warehouse for quantity and amount handling. To access the list of warehouses, from the Inventory top menu, choose Warehouses. You can have as many records as you need, depending on how many warehouses you need to track inventory, if the company setting for multiple warehouses is enabled. For each warehouse record, you must assign a unique code and enter the description that you want to display for selection list grids. The warehouse name can be the same or different as the description and is used to print on forms. You would assign an address here, used as the receiving address for purchase orders and the ship from address on sales orders. One or more contacts are entered below, which are included or selected on orders, and email addresses can be used as recipients of emailed reports or forms. When you create a new warehouse, you can optionally choose to copy all inventory items from a selected warehouse, saving you time in having to configure available inventory at the new warehouse. When posting invoices, received purchase orders, calculated sales taxes are determined from these warehouse jurisdiction selections, unless the vendor is configured to use billing address taxes on purchase orders. If you leave this screen without any selections, then taxes will be determined from company settings and the purchase orders area. Inventory item records store the warehouse code when multiple warehouses are maintained. This means that prices, costs, quantities, and all other information about an item can be configured uniquely when it is stored in different warehouses. It also means that when you want to update information about an item, you need to remember to make that same change for each item warehouse record. You can see the warehouse value on inventory lists as a separate column, to use for sorting or filtering as desired. If you want to stock an item at a different warehouse, you can copy an existing item and choose that warehouse value, along with reusing the same item code. When you create new items, you would pick one warehouse during the initial setup, and when you save it the first time, you are presented with the opportunity to copy the item record to one or more other warehouses, if a user setting to add new items to all warehouses is enabled. When you want to create transactions associated with inventory items and warehouses, the default warehouse value is selected within user settings and is loaded when you first log into Spire, displayed in the bottom status bar to the right. You can temporarily change this default by accessing the Change Location screen from the File menu, and choose a different warehouse as the default for new transactions. For purchase orders, when you create a new order, the warehouse field is populated with your default value. The Ship To tab will have the name and address from this warehouse record, unless a customer dropship is selected, and will print on purchase order forms. Contacts can be selected if desired. When you want to add a new item to a purchase order, the part number value will automatically insert the warehouse code and highlighted for easier editing if the user setting to select the warehouse on orders is enabled. When you choose an item, the inventory list is filtered to only those records belonging to this warehouse. You can override this to a different warehouse if you wish. For new sales orders, similar behavior occurs. The Ship From field is populated with your default value, unless the customer on the order has a warehouse selected as an order default, and the company setting to use the customer warehouse is enabled. The Ship From tab will have the name, address, and all contacts from this warehouse record. When adding a new item, the part number value has the warehouse included for selection and filtering. Additionally, a highlighted inventory detail makes the Show Stock button active, which allows you to see the list of warehouses that can stock this item, with respective quantities available, to assist in processing orders when an item is backordered and it could be stocked in other places. When creating inventory transfer transactions, two different warehouses will be included. The source warehouse is where items are currently stocked, and this value defaults either from the item you selected to transfer or the login warehouse default. Any item you include for the transfer must come from this warehouse. The destination warehouse is where the items are being moved to. If the item has not yet been configured for the destination, posting the transfer will copy the source warehouse item to create the record, and quantity on hand will be reduced from the source and added to the destination. Other transactions that reference inventory items, including adjustments, counts, and production orders, don't have any special processing requirements or steps related to warehouses. In each case, the warehouse is included in the part number as part of selection, and you can have items from multiple warehouses on the same transaction as required. If you would like more information about Spire Accounting, access the link in the description below to our homepage. Read the online manual help for additional assistance. Watch more videos from this playlist, and subscribe to the Spire YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.